told you that your company's best marketing tool wasn't an ad, but a children's book? It sounds a little out there, right? But today, we're going to break down a really unique strategy that actually merges doing good in the community with a powerful and totally measurable marketing system. So let's dive into the literacy-driven flywheel.
First things first, let's talk about something we all know too well. Why is it so incredibly hard to connect with people these days? You know the drill. You send out the emails, you make the calls, but you just keep hitting walls. The game has totally changed, and let's be honest, the old playbook just isn't working anymore.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got your traditional cold outreach. It's fighting this constant losing battle against AI filters, spam blockers, and of course, the gatekeepers. It is a serious uphill climb. But on the other side, a literacy-based approach, it just sidesteps all of that. It comes in through the community, it engages the whole family, and because of that, it faces way less resistance.
So what is this new entry point we're talking about? Really, it's a total flip of the script. It's about shifting from an intrusive ask to a really warm, value-first give. So instead of immediately asking for someone's time or their money, you start by offering something genuinely meaningful to them, to their family, to their community.
Now, the secret sauce here is what's called an activation asset. In this case, it's a high-quality children's book. And look, this isn't just some gimmick. This is a thoughtfully designed tool. Its whole purpose is to start a real, meaningful conversation and, this part is key, a trackable engagement with someone you want to connect with. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how on earth does a children's book actually become a business lead, right? Well, it's not magic, I promise. It's actually a really simple, elegant, and automated process. Let's walk through how this path from a simple gift to a real, genuine engagement actually works. The flow is beautiful in its simplicity. First, a business shares the book, maybe in person or just digitally. The system behind the scenes then tracks when the email is opened, and even more importantly, when the digital book is actually downloaded. That specific action, the download, triggers an automated workflow, which then kicks off a smart, segmented follow-up. It's all hands-off. And here is the absolute key. The outcome is a warm prospect who has identified themselves, not through a salesperson's guess, but through their own actions. They've basically raised their hand and shown they're interested by engaging with the gift you gave them. This is behavior-based intelligence at its absolute best. But this strategy is so much bigger than just getting one lead. And this is where we get to the idea of the engagement flywheel. We're moving way beyond a one-off tactic here. We're talking about building a completely self-sustaining ecosystem for growth. So the whole engine gets going with a simple invitation. A business or maybe a nonprofit is invited to adopt this model and become what's called a hub. Now, what's really amazing here is that becoming a hub costs them absolutely nothing. Zero. That removes one of the biggest barriers to getting started right off the bat. And the whole model is built on super realistic numbers. It only takes about a 20% adoption rate among those who are invited to get a new hub activated. That's a really conservative estimate, which means the system is designed for practical, real-world growth. The flywheel can start spinning in new communities without needing everyone to jump on board. Okay, so once a hub is active, it gets an initial batch of 50 books. And there's a really smart strategy here. Half of those books are meant for sharing within their existing warm network, to strengthen the relationships they already have. And the other half? That's for value-first outreach to brand new prospects, leading with a gift instead of an ask. Now, it is really important to be crystal clear about what this model is not. A hub is not being asked to hold a bunch of inventory. This is absolutely not a multi-level marketing or MLM setup, and its growth is not based on recruiting more people. It's all based on genuine adoption and real engagement. So who helps manage all of this? Well, that's the role of trained professionals. They're the support network, making sure adoption is smooth, that the model is sustainable long-term, and that the hubs grow in a structured way. And in doing so, they become this amazing goodwill workforce, creating opportunities in communities that might be facing employment challenges. And this brings us to the sustainability piece, which is just brilliant. The model isn't just about outreach. It's designed to support itself. When a hub needs to get more books, a piece of the proceeds goes directly back to the host organization. This creates a passive income stream that helps them fund their own important mission. Another great thing is how incredibly versatile this model is. As you can see, a business can use it for a few different things. It can be a seriously powerful lead generation engine. It can be a tool for building grassroots brand awareness, Or it can even be a really creative way to drive actual foot traffic to a physical store or office. And here it is, the whole flywheel in motion. You can see how every single piece feeds the next. It all kicks off with literacy. That leads to real engagement, which naturally builds trust. That trust encourages more people to adopt the model, which generates valuable data and, eventually, revenue. And that revenue cycles right back to create more community impact, which, you guessed it, promotes more literacy. It's just this powerful, virtuous cycle that keeps on spinning. So when you put it all together, what do you really get? You get a system that creates a ton of value for everyone involved. This is not a zero-sum game where one person wins and another loses. It's a true triple-win scenario. The business, the prospect, and the community all benefit at the same time. Let's just break it down nice and simple. The business gets exactly what it needs: warmer access to potential clients and data they can actually use because it's based on behavior. The prospects family gets a genuinely valuable asset, a wonderful children's book with absolutely no strings attached. And the community, it gets direct financial support and a new way to engage its members. I mean, everybody wins. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What if the very engine you use to grow your business wasn't just about getting more customers? What if it was also about actively building up and strengthening your community at the exact same time? It's a pretty powerful idea, right? It suggests a future where business success and doing good aren't two separate things, but are actually part of the very same flywheel.